In life, I've had, a lot of friends. I would say so. Because what is a friend? A friend is simply a person who you like to spend time with that's not related to you. It's not like a family member, you can kind of relate to. And, I've had a couple of friends, and, never, a few friends that I could, resonate with, but, or like, call an actual friend. But I was, never people who I wanted to kind of idolize, I guess. It was never, they kind of wanted to do things, I just didn't. I just did not like and cared about things that I just, couldn't care about. So that's how I just never kind of. That's why I don't have, any friends now because it's just, I kind of just decided that it's better to simply, not have any friends because most of the people I meet they kind of they care about things and they do things I couldn't care less about, and that's just okay. That's just how it is. And as of now, I don't have any friends at all because I changed schools and stuff, and I never really connected with any of those people. Quite frankly, just because they were different and they wanted to do different things, and even something like this, like I'm doing right now, it's just simply would have been like, oh, goofy or something. And once I kind of realized that, those are not kind of my people, I just started to embrace solitude, and yeah, I think like the catalyst or something I would say is yeah, it was quarantine when I became more isolated and kind of had my own time, and that's when I kind of realized that I'm those type of people. I don't want to be friends with them really. Um, you know, and and yeah, and I think it's totally okay to not have any friends because just to have friends is it's not in my opinion the best goals simply because that can be a destructive experience, and okay, nice. You took my. Aw, so nice. It's a nice player. And, most people don't realize this. They're like, oh, you need friends. But, most of the people, observe, I suppose that's how you would say it. But that sounds weird. But whatever. They have friends, but their friends, sometimes make them do things that are self-destructive or, not positive. So I think it's like, it's obviously, okay to have friends and stuff, but it's also important to realize like who you are and what you want to do, and if the people you are spending time with are the people who improve your life and make you a better person, or make you a worse person. And that's exactly what was happening with me, is that I was spending time with people who are simply very negative and mean-spirited. I don't have like anything against them because people are just people. You can't get mad at them, but it wasn't anything like positive. And a specific group of people that made me realize that I just did not want to spend time with those type of people. I think we all know what kind of people I'm talking about. And people, we all know. Okay, it's just there's no need to go deeper. And after that kind of experience, I thought that okay, maybe those people were just very isolated incident. That was an isolated group of people, not all people are like that. Let's go outside. Let's go make new friends. And I tried that for a while, and what I realized is that it's really hard to find people who resonate with me. I know about others. I know just about myself is that it's really difficult for me to find people who are like me and would better myself rather than be destructive. And that's kind of why okay, why I have zero friends is because there are people who I would obviously like to be friends with, who I think I could like definitely be friends with, but they're all like my idols, I guess, or like I don't know, like not fictional necessarily, but some of them are fictional. But from Star Trek and stuff like that, they're social relationships. But no, I don't have like any like real friends, and I'm fine with that. And basically, my thought process is that I'm not gonna force it anymore because I used to force it. I was like thinking like, okay, like I don't have any friends. What am I gonna do? Like, right? Like, okay, we just got destroyed. But like, if I don't have any friends, like that's like kind of sad, is it not? And then I thought about it, and no, it's not sad. Because it's totally okay to, be alone. I think that's also very important in life, is to have like periods in your life where you're simply alone, where you reflect on yourself and you think about yourself and what you want to do and who you are, and kind of realize that. And when you're ready, meet people. Because the worst thing that a person can do, in my opinion, is not know who they are and get negatively influenced by other people. And yeah, that's kind of it. Basically on that part. So you really need to just have very like not strict. You need to have like boundaries, like who you are and what's important to you, and what you prioritize, and who you spend time with. Because it's really easy to make new friends, but it's really hard to make good friends, to make friends that make you a better person. And quite frankly, I've had like a couple of friends in my life who were actually like making me a better person, but because of I was a kid, and my own stupidity, I kind of lost those friends basically. Over time, uh, and yeah, it's just kind of how life is, and okay. And now I'm basically just trying to focus on myself, and I feel really happy without people. And one thing I also realized is that how are they so quick? Like, goddamn. One thing I realized is that I also kind of don't want any friends right now. I don't know if it's just a like momentary thing, or is this just gonna be like kind of how I am in life? But I know I just kind of don't have any need, to make friends, and it's just I think society has a very unhealthy like idea that people like need friends to function or something. In my opinion, that's not true at all. I'm gonna die, okay. Goddamn fucking piece of ah! That's annoying. That was annoying and incredibly frustrating. Yeah, but I just think kind of society has very unhealthy need for people to have friends. And I think friends can obviously, be beneficial, but it's also important not to get, carried away. It's important to have time for yourself. And when you have friends, it's, sometimes they expect, you to focus more on them and what they want rather than, what you want. And There's a difference also between being selfish and being, a good person. So it's a fine line between right and wrong type of thing. But but yeah. So basically, if you person watching, if anybody's watching, if you don't have any friends, that's totally okay because they're not necessary. Eventually, if it's meant to be, you're definitely gonna find friends. If you're a cool person and you're nice to people and you're not like an asshole or something, you're like people are just gonna like you. That's just how people are. It's human nature. Nobody likes like mean people. Not mean. Well, yeah, mean people. So as long as you're, I think also what's important is that the more you like become yourself, the more interesting you are. The more you focus on things that make you like happy and that you're actually interested in. The more people will start to appreciate you. Um, just because you're interesting. You're not boring. And yeah, it's just something you don't get with when you try and please people. Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say is that, I don't have any friends and I'm fine with that, and I'm more happy than I was when I had friends, which is I think a very important thing for people to acknowledge, and that it's okay to not have friends and it's better to wait, maybe not chase friendships, and to simply kind of take time for yourself and just become a whoops. Okay, great. And to choose your friends more carefully, basically. And yeah, quarantine kind of helped me realize that the fact that okay, wait, hold on, I'm very distracted. What's happening? Basically during quarantine, I had more time to myself, and I simply realized that I did not like who I was. I realized that I was wearing a mask. I was pretending to be somebody else, and that was a very unhealthy thing to do. And the only reason I had that was because I was trying to fit in into what people expected and stuff like that. And that's just very very unhealthy in my not in my opinion. It's just very unhealthy in general. Yeah. um I know I may not even have friends after 10 years or 20 years, and I think that's totally fine because you don't need to. Okay, goddamn, wait, I'm really focusing here. This is like, I'm not like Technoblade who can just simply like, this ain't easy, man. This is something. Yeah. I think it's also important to, yeah. Basically, I was with the wrong people for a while, and I realized that it's important to realize it, and it's important to be yourself. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Because if you're not yourself, then who are you? It's it's really important to acknowledge that. I used to agree with things I did not agree with, and laugh at things I did not think were funny actually, but simply because I thought it was the what I was supposed to. I wanted to, kind of please my friends. I kind of just wanted to make this video because other people might be in the same spot that I was in, and I kind of just want to say that it's okay. It's okay to not have any friends or acquaintances or whatever. And obviously, I have school friends or people I can you know talk with about school stuff or something. These are just kind of school friends, buddies or some. It's not not real friends necessarily. And okay, great. And it's just kind of as that, I suppose. Yeah, guys. So if you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like and subscribe. Tell me, let me know in the comment section what you thought about this video, and if it helped you, or made you realize anything interesting. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.